Hello, and welcome to Steel Division 2. This is a game between Wantsomenoob and Koniux here, Walmart Gonzo as he's known, with the 5th Cavalerie Motorizată versus the 126 Gornostrelkovy Korpus. The 126 is generally very powerful on this map. There's only a couple real divisions that I would consider strong when countering it, and that's just because the light armor support of this division is just that powerful. IAR, I don't believe is going to get any drops on it. The acquisition time is just too bad for that, and it's not like a bomber, so it does unfortunately have to veer off, but I'm sure it'll drop its bombs relatively shortly here, as the anti-car actually gets a snipe on, I believe that was a PTRS. BT7s and OB do force it to fall back almost immediately, though, as he's also got to be careful up here. The anti-car does get in and is unloading, but doesn't look like it requires any transports in time. Lots of light armors. Before it does go down, all these infantry... Oh, gets 2 snipes. They are forced to unload. Multiple Pioneer assault in the middle here, though. Really hoping to bully the Gornostrelkovy Korpus with flamers. And flamers really are what you do need to counter the Gornos here in this match, as multiple Gornos actually get forward over here. The Rashori, though, they have the ZB30, and now this was revealed to me recently. The ZB30 is not like the ZB26, or the MG26, rather said. I believe it's more commonly found. It does actually have amazing good DPS. It's almost like the quality of a bar, as we see the ABU soars here. Try to get the better of the PTRS, but just take some damage in the process there. BT7's also providing good support. IAR looks like it killed the OB. Multiple Rashori being forced back. Coming in to support, though, another ABU soar and a 45 mil. 2 more Gornostrelkovy. There's still a couple left behind over here as the P40 comes in to hunt down that IAR and no doubt provide some form of fire support. BT7's coming in. Ooh, but there's a 47 mil here, and the BT7 is not going to be long for the world. IAR does manage to get out micro the P40 here, as this flag in the north goes down to Koniux. The mid-range definitely being favored by the straight pull rifles over here and the CB30. Cavalerie getting the better of a DP Gopa there. Another 45 mil coming in. I believe these are ones in the support tab, so they're almost used as HE rather than anti-tank, but very good unit in any case. Maybe you start opening up. Is that fire percent? No, it does kill an accent. P40 coming in, though, is going to go try for this Rashori, but I'm not sure if it actually sees it. Oh, it does, and it does go down. Lieutenant Pioneer coming in, and 25 mil. Pioneer assault do clean up something down here, but the Moskaya Prokhota are doing a good job shooting these units out in the open. This Pioneer assault really needs to get in close, and this one needs to be smoked off, but Division 4, sometimes Michael, that just isn't going to happen, as the Pioneer Cavalerie with the Panzerschreck it's going to provide veterancy here. Also means that the BTs can't quite move too far forward. Just got to protect that. But generally these troops, because they're only 3 health, even with the Panzerschreck, they don't do that amazing of a job. Does retreat. The other Pioneer assault here does get the surrender on the other one. Lots of Gornostrelkovy coming in here. And now these Gornostrelkovy, they're very cheap. They're 15 points, which normally is absolutely amazing. You also get 6 PPSHs with them. But versus Flamers, they're actually terrible because they do have less health, and unless you double team them, they're not going to really do much damage there. The Pioneer Assault takes out one Superior before he can even get into the building, though, and takes out the other one as well, not just getting shot at by the BT7s. This push at the town did go relatively well, I will say, but he is slowly being forced back. A lot of these troops are on low health here for relatively okay damage on the Rashori here, but the Gornostrelkovy, I believe, are 25 points on their Rashori only. Oh, well, actually, I might be wrong there. The Rashori may be actually quite expensive as well, being a dual MG unit. 45 mils dueling, though. 1 2-star, 1 1-star. Looks like the Russian 45 mil is ahead on the trade so far, but the RPM might save that one there. That's the Cavalerie in the medium ground here. Gets up and personal with a Gornostrelkovy. The sniper does do a good job pinning it down, but not exactly the best unit you want for that. And the 47mm actually an excellent kill on the BT7 there. More Gornos coming in, but you need to commit quite a few units to take out Pioneer Assault. Boston coming in, definitely more resilience, and didn't actually drop its bombs. Must have lost target or something. Always worth putting a fire position order on. Abusaur moving up to bully sniper from the looks of it, or this Gornostrelkovy, but there are PTRSs in the back here, ready to take advantage of that. Boston, not any threat at going down, but lots of units here. Very weak now with the dual 2-star Rashori, even at close range, because they do have the automatic rifle. They actually win out, I would say. Going to Superiors is Rashori as well. Abusaur moving forward. If these units die and there's no reinforcements yet for Wantsomenoob, this will get very dangerous, as this whole front will get pushed back. So, just and really reveal the weakness there. Abusaur does kill off one of the PTRSs here, as the Pioneer Assault force back one Gornostrelkovy. Looks like it is going to die, though. There's another Pioneer Assault coming in. Just have to be relatively careful of the Gornostrelkovy, especially if the Gornostrelkovy engages before the Superi. And then you're moving while you're getting TNT thrown on you, but it looks like the Pioneer Assault might catch the Gorno before the Rozvedka can get involved with its Molotov. Immediate fallback on that, so Rozvedka is going to get involved, but now 10-man versus 10-man, dual flamer. Even with the Molotov, I don't think the PPSHs can win that. Are going to do good damage, but the surrender, just with a crazy amount of suppression on that unit. Multiple BT7s being called in, and now when you are calling them in like this, they're like not the most, or they're not the cheapest tank in the world, really. AB's also coming in, but these OBs, I'm not quite sure if I'm a fan of it. Sure, they've got like heap shells and stuff like this, but this range is like perfect machine gun range, almost just barely out of well, I would say it's even inside of the 750 meters of like an infantry machine gun range, and these OBs are quite at danger of being affected by something like that. More Rashori coming in. This flag has been secured. It's gone back to a 1311 now for Koniux's side. Oh, PTRS does briefly get spotted, but it doesn't look like Koniux spotted it, so might actually get away to just sit on the edge of this town, which is rather dangerous. There's another 45 and a Cavalerie coming in here, and the Cavalerie would do an excellent job against these OBs, so very dangerous. The BT's coming in. Hopefully you're going to clear up these ABU soars. Oh, does see the PTRS, doesn't load. 25 mil finishes off. Doesn't get a hit with the P40. Unfortunate there. Lots of AA. Can't ward that off, no problem. 3 ABU swords here now. They are gonna do some good damage onto the Moskaya Kotovka. And now the Pioneer, with the Pioneer Cavalerie here, it's quite dangerous. There's also about a 47 though. And one AB goes down for one BT7 and 30 points versus 25 points. As another one does go down. The ABU swords look like are going to get cleaned up here as the Pioneer Assault to deal with one Gorno Superi and one more Gorno Rozvedka. Trading with the last one there, that was 3 auto cars traded for 2 PT7s, and now, well, under most cases that would actually be considered like a fairly good trade, and it was a good trade, like economy-wise. Truthfully, you don't get a lot of those super important BT7s in the Gornostrelkovy division. Meanwhile, Koniux here gets infinite autocars in B, it feels like, certainly sometimes. Right, with the 5th Cav, you do get 222s and these Italian cars, and I believe even one more card of 20 mils. Unit's still stuck back here. Looks like multiple BTs rushed forward again. Currently a lull in action. More AA. The F-22 coming out. Interested to see that. Pioneer Assault does get surrounded. But I think Koniux is content with just building up some of his forces as we do enter into Phase B. M3S coming in. The M3 here, the M3 Lee here, being very dangerous tank against most medium tanks. But I don't think the 75 nor even 37 mil have the penetration to deal with the Stug. And as we see these AB Horches, that's the SPW 222s coming out, as well as the AAR coming in for another round. No AA for Wantsomenoob. It's going to be very hard for these M3 Lees to really deal with. Just the influx of light armor, I would say. Well, light armor is what they excel at, but all that you would need to counter it is just a couple of Stugs. Pioneer Assault in the open here. IAR. Ooh. That resilience paying off. Is going to just retreat right away. Hopefully starting the retreat timer early in hopes to get out there. Oh. Oh man. PTRS sneaked down here with the ABU SOAR. Did manage to get 2 units though. Looks like it was just infantry, as an infantry squad comes in to clean it up. BF-109 versus the AK-3. I would give the upside here to the BF-109. It does have a lot more firepower, but it is definitely a close fight. But all this BF-109 really needs to do is get just barely close to this AA here, and this Yak-9 is going to be forced to go back. It's actually the 2-star Hotchkiss takes it out. IR is going to get its off-map pop, and considering this is a B-phase card, this might actually be a B-phase off-map, which would be very dangerous for Wantsomenoob, because he might have 2 or 3 of them, really. Off-map coming down, though. He is going to spot it, is going to fall back, so this off-map is not going to be too terribly effective, and it's going to miss everything. M3 Lee is coming down, though, and these units are rushing a little early, I would say. The M3 Lee actually spots it, gets 1 snipe. They were sure are going to unload. Ooh, AB Horch gets clipped by one of the shots there, the other one missing. IAR up north. Looks like it's just looking for targets. Another M3 Lee coming in. BG7 coming down south to deal with the ABU SOAR. Another Rashori Assault and Pioneer Cavalerie gonna try and clean up these Superior. Oops. Ignore me dropping stuff as the IAR, or the P40 comes in for the IAR. Does finally manage to get it. Bardovka versus AAKLrAATDBDg. At that kind of distance, just the AAKLrAATDBDg should get the massive advantage with the sniper there. At 22, mortar's not really firing. There's a good chance here to push to this flag and bring it to a 15-9. P40 doesn't really have any targets right now. Bofors coming in as well as another 40 mil. Could potentially push this and then into the forest here after it. Boston coming in though. From the looks of it, it's gonna try to bomb these, but I'm not sure what having like view range on that. Something exploding over here. 45 mil versus M3 Lee. Let's get the kill. So nothing worth it, as the Rashori are just gonna fall back. Gornostrelkovy gonna try to make a bigger push for that. The Boston does get crit here, and now the Bofors coming out. It is just a 1-star Bofors, and actually does manage to lose line of sight. So Boston likely is gonna get away from that one, as long as it doesn't come around for another pass. But oh, it might actually come around. So always remember to evac your planes. Alright, mortar's doing good work here. 60mm mortar is very effective. Has a 203mm off map comes down in the center here. There are lots of units in front though, so not too sure what Wantsomenoob really is going to expect with this, as a Rashori Assault comes in to try and help deal with these Superior. Stug 3 coming in as well. This off-map has already been shot at quite a bit. Looks like there was Shori gun on target for a short time there. Which isn't really what you want to see. Or potentially the Cavalerie actually snipes it. Wow, it being just in 1,000-meter range. PGRD not getting the better of the ABU story here. These units also haven't cleared out these ones. These F-22s. Funny, the Russian F-22s come with radios, the Romanian ones come without. So, these are basically just like ZIS-3s with extra ammo here. Off-map does go down, forcing these units to fall back. The Stug is also forced to fall back, but there's nothing really to follow it up. Gonna launch another off-map line here. That should allow the Gornostrelkovy to come in and at least secure the position for the time being. As the first Gornostrelkovy does go down. The Rashuri assault not actually getting involved there. But it looks like the Gornostrelkovy is not even going to kill the Rashuri with its TNT, as now the Rashuri assault is going to get in there. Still 14-10. This flag being fairly precarious, but with the off-map coming down here, might definitely be something worth watching out for. 47mm, crazy rate of fire on these things. It's gonna manage to pin down the Superior before it reloads, but only the Bosens here really firing. So, no surprise there. No retreat from these units, so as long as these Gornos come in, they'll be able to clear things up fairly quick here. Back to 12-12 for the time being. Counter battery actually going down, the F-22s versus these mountain guns. And gotta be honest, just with this mass of F-22s, or well, the couple that are on the map, I might actually give the benefit to the F-22s for the counter battery. As one of them manages to hit and leaving it on 1 health there, does force them to fall back. Rashica is in position here. Gonna have to move quite a bit more forward to get shots on that M3. Before he does go down to the Hotchkiss here, the BF-109. The Rashuri assault actually running out of flames there. ABU sort of coming forward to try and deal with this infantry, but there's an M3 Lee here that's just going to run its head straight into. And, yeah, the damage on that 75 definitely does the job. Mortar's trying to take out this M3 Lee. There's multiple Rashuri here as well. These Gornostrelkovy are coming in a bit late. Like all these units, they did manage to recover. And this leader still has a Panzerschreck to deal with his BT-7. There's also just straight up another Panzerschreck hiding around here. This Panzerschreck is going to get on target. Kills it. Another Hotchkiss coming in. Before it does get its bombs off, but already retreating there. Only a couple damage. The Shali assault did move forward. Is going to get one more Molotov off before it goes down. The 4 Berettas are very dangerous. Molotov does get off. And now, looks like they were Gornostrelkovy were able to pin that down just in time. More reinforcements going to be needed up in the north to secure that flag, but still sitting on a 13-11 for now. As the off-map plane comes in again. Off-map's a little bit further back this time. And really, it was just a single Gornostrelkovy holding this flag. It's a wonder that he didn't push for it, because certainly the recon would have given the knowledge that there's nothing really over here. It was flying directly overhead. Multiple ZB-53s coming in. Interesting machine gun, that. Mountain guns, trying to deal with these mortars. Do manage to kill one of them. F-22 is immediately going to start counter-battering again, though. And these mountain guns are actually precariously close to some roads here. Gotta be careful not to let certain units get unloaded there. No, 37mm gonna... Oh, just barely managed to avoid that off-map, I think. It's gonna be forced to unload here, though. I'm actually now right on the circle of it. Just gonna hope for no direct hits on that. Oh, man. Mortar does go down. And Wantsomenoob surrenders. So, short little game there. Kill's definitely in favor of Koniux here. Certainly, Wantsomenoob could have held out, but it is, as I have said before, relatively hard to hold on if you are down that far, especially sort of C-phase where you don't get any more income. But yeah, Eptherlee's performing relatively well from themselves, and then P40 here paid itself off, but certainly higher efficiency on the side of Koniux. The ABU Sor here, and some of these Shori squads are really paying themselves off. 5th Cav, definitely worth a look at, particularly on CQC or mid-range maps. They are quite excellent. So, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.